One of the most common reasons why most people struggle with getting some high quality sounding vocals when it comes to mixing is their approach to mixing those vocals. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you a vocal mixing guide that you can follow in order to achieve some high quality sounding vocals, and I'm going to be explaining every single step and why that process should be on that step. Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Jay. I make music production tutorials on YouTube on mixing and mastering. So consider subscribing, click that post notification bell so that you get notified every single time I upload a brand new video. So the first process when it comes to vocal mixing is what is called denoising or noise suppression. This is a process where you get rid of some of the unwanted noises from your vocals or anything else that you don't want in your vocals. And there are a lot of ways to do this. We've got a lot of noise suppression plugins, any plugin that you decide to use, as long as it helps you get rid of noise from your vocals. I got a plan now, visualize with me. So once you're done with denoising, your vocal is now clean, we can move on to the second process, which is EQing. So using this EQ, we can control those frequencies that are really popping out too much in the vocal. Once we've cleaned our vocal, it makes sense that we can move on to the third process, which is compression. Vocal compression is a process that helps us achieve some kind of consistency when it comes to the level of loudness of our entire recording. There are points where the vocal of the singer is a little bit louder than other points. A compressor helps us achieve consistency in the dynamic range by bringing some of those louder points to match them with the lower points of the vocal or the other way around. Say you love me, but do you really? I got a plan now, visualize with me. So once we are done with denoising, getting rid of some of the problematic frequencies and having our vocal consistent, it makes sense that we can now boost some of those things that we feel are some sweet spots on the vocal. We move on to another EQ now, and I call this EQ an enhancement EQ. We're boosting some of those sweet spots, enhancing the vocal, making it sound great. Focus on those points that sounds great on the vocal between 2.5K, 3K, 4K, 5K, going upwards like that. Boost those frequencies. By boosting some of those nice sounding frequencies, especially the top frequencies, we also amplify the presence of S's. S's are those S sounds that come from our mouths as we speak or as we sing. These sounds naturally come out as we say certain words. That's the reason why it makes sense that after boosting with this EQ, we can now use a de-esser to kind of control those S sounds. Target frequencies somewhere between 5K going upwards, because that's where you find all these S's. I wanna jump out of my comfort zone. Limitation is the one I'm here for. We can now move on to another compressor. So with this compressor, we can use it to add some color to our vocal. By color, I mean compact our vocal, smoothen it, and just make it sound like it's one. The difference between this compressor and the first compressor that we had is the first compressor is supposed to have a fast attack and a fast release so that it's able to attack those peaks and let them go quickly. This second compressor now, we want to use it to compact and add some smoothness to the vocal. It's important that this compressor right here has a slow attack and a slow release. This compressor right here will be attacking those peaks on your vocal slowly and letting go of them slowly. By doing that, it creates some kind of smoothness when it comes to the playback of the vocal and just glue the entire vocal together. So once you're done with that process, anything else that comes after this, it's you spicing up your vocal to get the texture that you really need. So one other process that you can add here is what is called saturation. Saturation is just the process of adding some extra harmonic distortion, which is just some controlled distortion to your vocal in order to bring out some texture and some richness in that vocal. Then after that, you can add your delay to kind of cover up for some of those points that the vocal is leaving out. We can now add reverb. What the reverb does is give the listener some sense of environment. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you've got somebody talking directly on your ear. You wouldn't like that. But if they are talking from a distance, the delivery on your ear is a little bit smooth and soft. Adding reverb to your vocal sends your vocal a little bit backwards, giving it that smoothness in order for the listener to enjoy listening to that vocal. Alright, so basically this is the vocal mixing guide. Every single time you are mixing, you're supposed to follow this and ask yourself, at what stage am I? So you can use any type of plugins of your choice, isotope, waves, fab filter, or you can mix them. You'll still achieve the same result. So I would really love to do this in an actual mixing session on a vocal. So if you guys would like me to make a video on making this vocal chain right here and doing exactly what I've said here on a vocal in a mix, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Let's get this video to 50 likes, then I'll know that you guys really want to learn this.